Good evening, friends. My name is Terra Hollows, here with a new kind of video today. Today, I'm bringing you a new YouTube video type content, but it's also my 300 subscriber special. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for 300 subscribers. It is very much appreciated. I will be doing a giveaway. There will be more information on that in tonight's item shop video. But I wanted to kind of go in and talk about. One second, sorry. I wanted to go in and talk about how this is gonna play out. So this is Terra's Yap Sesh. So basically, I stole this idea, or I bit this idea from Boogie2988 before we found out Boogie was a terrible person, and we found out Boogie was a terrible person. Excuse me, sorry about that. We found out Boogie was a terrible person and faked cancer and all that. But before we found out about all that, that's kind of where I got this idea from. So it's basically like his rambling series, but I decided to repurpose it, name it Terra's Yap Sesh, where I yap about mostly Fortnite, but maybe some other things here and there. And then, of course, how I'm recording this is how Fire Monkey does a lot of his videos. I do apologize. I had to clear my throat a lot. I do apologize. Anyway, let's get into the meat and pudding of this video. Well, there's a few different things I want to talk about. The first thing I am looking to talk about is Fortnite Festival. Is Fortnite looking to get rid of Fortnite Festival? And the long and short is, I have no idea. But there are some things that Epic has been doing that kind of makes me think that they might be looking into getting rid of Festival. For example, now, of course, we've always had artists come in that have nothing to do with Festival, like Eminem and Juice WRLD and whatnot. But as of late, we've been getting a lot more musicians coming in, like Olivia Rodrigo, Tyler the Creator, Playboi Carti. The list goes on, and none of them are attached to Festival. Except Tyler the Creator might have been Festival, because if you looked at the trailer for when Tyler was supposed to be coming out, there was a Fortnite Festival logo in the back, but it was a bit blurred out, so a lot of people still ended up seeing it. And I do, other than Juice WRLD, Tyler the Creator is the only person to have a contrail who's a musician, and I think Juice WRLD's is different because the whole contrail was made and sent, well, I don't know if it was entirely centered, well, the song wasn't created for the contrail, I don't think, but his contrail is, I don't know what I was doing there. His contrail is, Worldwide Sound, that's what it's called, sorry. And it uses his song Empty Out Your Pockets. So, that's, I feel like it's a little bit different when it comes to Juice WRLD because, the contrail is centered around that song. So that's why he got a contrail. But Tyler, like I said, Tyler's the only one who has a contrail, so I have a feeling that he was meant to be a contrail. Or, not to be a contrail. Yeah, Tyler meant to be a contrail. Sorry, professional YouTuber, as I keep making that joke. But, Tyler, I think, was supposed to be a Fortnite Festival headliner. Now, do I want Fortnite to remove Festival? No. What am I doing? No, I don't want Fortnite to remove Festival. However, if Epic chose to remove Festival, I would personally prefer, at the very least, of course, that we still get, I believe we'd still get skins from musicians. Like I said, there's been plenty that we've been getting that have nothing to do with Festival other than jam tracks. We, at the very least, I would hope for skin, back bling. They're not going to do a pickaxe because they do instruments. They're going to do instruments, jam tracks. But I feel like every musician should still get contrails at this point. If they decided if they decided, like, next update, we're removing Festival, I feel like every musician there going on there forward should get a contrail. Now, I don't know if they're going to go down that route. I know there's a lot of people who don't use contrails, but I and many other people, like you, a lot of other people I've met, like using contrails. I don't know, I'm just a fan of making combos. Like, the combo community really loves contrails. So a lot of people would really like to see contrails, more contrails being available in shop, and the festival artists getting contrails is what kind of gives us more ability. That was interesting. Gives us more ability to get more contrails in shop to purchase, even though they're kind of more like personalized to that artist. It doesn't matter, I don't think, that much on account of I lost my train of thought. That happens a lot. I do apologize. But yeah, I think they should all get contrail. Oh, right. Even though a lot of those contrails would be personalized to that person, there's still times where I can find uses for contrails. Like, I almost kind of wish just a little bit of me kind of wishes Juice WRLD's contrail didn't have music attached to it, just because it's a really, really good silver contrail, and I don't have any other silver contrail that would work besides Juice's. But then, like, I would be forced to have his music, so I do kind of wish there was an ability to turn that off. But anyway, if they decided to remove Festival, I think they should. Now realistically, I'd love for them all to get gliders too, but that's just a dream at this point. I don't foresee that ever happening. But if they were to remove Festival, that's what I think they should at least do the whole, like, they do the two skins, like Tyler and Olivia and everybody else get the two skins, and then you get back bling, instruments, jam tracks, contrail, and then preferably a glider, but you know, that's not gonna happen. But then there's some other stuff that I wanted to talk about as well. The sprites in general, now of course there's a lot of them that are very difficult, but mostly I wanted to talk about the Lucky Locator and the Extraction Site Booster. Sorry, there's a car driving by. I don't know if you, or a motorcycle driving by. If so, I apologize if you hear that. But me personally, now maybe I'm the only one who thinks this. Maybe I'm the crazy one. But I feel like, because with the hollow foils as is, it's already. Oh, these are bot lobbies, by the way. That's why you haven't seen. If you haven't seen, wondering why you haven't seen any other rarities, it's because these are bot lobbies. That's like where I got the idea. I got the idea to do bot lobbies from Fire Monkey. But yeah, you won't find, you know, the rare sprites in bot lobbies and such. But like with the hollow foils making it so you're able to find rare, like easier to find rarer sprites, which by the way only works with normal chests. Like, it doesn't work with sprite chests. Why? Why wouldn't it work with sprite chests? That's the whole thing. Sprite chest. Rare sprite chest. Makes sense. But no, it's apparently just normal chests, so that's whatever. And then they have to have the Lucky Locator, which is yet another device to make it so you can, or which is I said another device, but another thing. It's a device to make it so you can find rare sprites that you don't have. So my question is, like, or before I go into that, like, it's not a terrible idea to have these things, but my question is, do your sprites have to be that ungodly rare that you had to create two completely different ways to find sprites? Maybe I'm crazy, maybe but I feel like it's a little ridiculous. Like, why do you have, like, maybe one, at this rate, the Lucky Locator was probably the best idea, honestly, because the sprites only work for normal chests, which I don't know why it should be sprite chests. I feel like that just makes sense. Again, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like the sprite should help you be able to find rarer sprites in sprite chests. How many times can you put the word sprite in a sentence? But yeah, I don't know. I just find it a little weird that they have to create two different ways to be able to find rare sprites. Why don't you just make your sprites a little less ridiculously hard to find? Which they do, I guess you could say. Well, that's what the power hour's for. Well, yeah, true. But I don't know, just to be, I don't know. I feel like you at least should just have, like, maybe the lucky locator. Like, make the sprites rare enough to only need one of the devices, considering the sprites really are only helpful when it comes to normal chests. I don't know. And then the extraction site booster. If I remember correctly, the only thing it really helps with is sprite dust. Easy solution. When you put in sprites, make them give more dust. I don't know why we have to have a whole booster for that. I mean, again, I think during power hours they'll be boosted, but I don't know why. Again, maybe I'm just crazy, but I don't know why we have to have an extraction site booster. Why can't we just have ways to get more sprite dust? See, in my case, I have access to bot lobbies, so it's easier for me to get sprite dust, but to the average Joe who doesn't have access to to bot lobbies, or doesn't know how to do bot lobbies, it's a struggle, especially when you're getting sniped from little Timmy sitting in a tree with a hunting rifle that one taps you to the dome piece, but we're not going to get into that. But overall, I honestly don't get the point. Maybe I'm weird, maybe, you know, maybe I'm crazy, but I think the sprites should be a little easier to find. I have a feeling that whatever by the way, not all the sprites are gonna have, like, all the sprites with variations aren't going to have holofoil or gem. So I feel like whatever the last variation is gonna be is, like, whatever the last, like, I don't know what it's gonna be exactly that's gonna be, because I don't know if it's gonna be a 0 point or whatever that's gonna be the last whatever the last variation is, whatever the rarest, like, I want to say rarity, because there's, like, mythic, there's, I just got sent a farm quest, there's, like, mythic and epic and all that. Whatever that last rare thing's gonna be is probably gonna be disgustingly hard to find. And you're gonna have your lucky locator and your holofoil sprite, and you better pray to God you don't get sniped from little Timmy in a tree. Or in a building. And it doesn't even have to be a hunting rifle. You can get sniped by anything nowadays, evidently. I mean, shit. Moist Critical would snipe people out of the sky with a revolver, so, I mean, depending on anything, you can get sniped out of the sky with anything nowadays. But yeah, no, we're coming down to the wire now. I do want to just say thank you all again for 300 subscribers. If this bombs and people tell me this sucks, then I probably won't do this anymore. But I do know commentary is a popular thing now, and I wanted to deliver it in a different way, so I kind of just came back with the rambling series, but changed the word, you know, repackaged it, made it Terra's Yap Sesh, and yeah, just finish this. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. It is very, like, kind of just talking off the dome with a couple topics. That's kind of what it's supposed to be. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all again for 300 subscribers. If you would like, please hit the bell icon down below so you can stay notified of my daily Fortnite item shop videos and my Fortnite Pass showcase videos. And now that I've hit 300 subscribers, I will be doing another giveaway, but that information will be in the item shop video posted later. So thank you all so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and to everybody out there, have a nice day.